What's up everybody, welcome to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan and I have to repeat what I said at the beginning of my last review. This is by far the highest quality lighting T-bar stand I have used in my entire DJ career. Let's take a look at it. Again, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, thanks for joining me, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. We're gonna dive into taking a look at this Hercules stand's gear up lighting stand model LS700B. But before we do that, make sure that you subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss future reviews coming down the pipeline, and leave a comment, like the video. It helps the algorithm and helps me keep growing my channel. But enough about that. Let's take a look at this Hercules stand's gear up lighting T-bar. So if you've seen my previous review on the gear up speaker stand, a lot of things are the same in the lighting version. It's got very same build quality, similar aesthetic. It's just taller, it's got a wider base, and it has a T-bar on top to hang your lighting from. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I did want to just rehash. Easily, like I said in the intro, the best quality stand I have ever used. 10 years of being a mobile DJ, over 10 years, I've used every type of lighting and speaker stand on the market, from the cheap Amazon stuff all the way up to the name brand as well. This thing blows them all out of the water. Thick, heavy metal on pretty much every component apart from the knobs and these two collars which hold the pulley system in the middle. This thing is going to weigh in, I have it written down here, this weighs in at 23 pounds, so it is no lightweight. Easily the heaviest T-bar I've used, but that's the trade-off you get for the quality. It also has an insane height. It can go from 64.6 inches, a little over 5 feet, all the way up to 137.8 inches, which is over 11 feet tall. So not only is the build quality amazing, but the functionality is fantastic. The T-bar on top comes in at 48 inches, and when this is all folded up, it's gonna be 58 inches in length. So it's too long for kind of standard speaker and lighting bags. You've got to find something pro grade that's gonna be able to fit this entire thing. This thing is able to support, it says 99 pounds, we'll round up to 100, so up to 100 pounds of lighting gear or whatever else you want to hang on the T-bar. The T-bar, like I mentioned, 4 feet long. It's square. It includes some mounting bolts, 4 of them evenly spaced out across the top, so if you want to just throw things on, be ready out the box, you're good to go. The base, where the legs are, is double braced, again adding to the stability, and the center pole without the T-bar is the industry standard 35 millimeter or 1 3/8 inch, so you could put pretty much any other standard pro audio or pro lighting product on top of this stand. Now, I'll overlay some footage of me using this T-bar in action. I've got it in a place with about 10-foot ceilings. I ran it all the way up to the top, and you're gonna see that this is very, very stable. Even with some moving lights swinging around pretty wildly, it's keeping them in place, it's keeping them sturdy. Of course, it's worth mentioning that getting the lights up to that height required using the unique gear up pulley system inside of this speaker. You have this awesome handle that when you've got this loaded up with a ton of weight, you just turn this, it reduces the force required to lift it up. It slowly and steadily raises your load up to whatever height you want. And then it has the nice metal collar locking system with a ton of different holes that you can slot it into and adjust it to down to a couple inches of precision. Other speaker lighting stands, you get a few holes, maybe 5 or 6 spaced out, 4 or 5 inches apart. This one has just this micro precision adjustability, so if you need to get it right up to the top, you can do that. As I was thinking of things to, nitpick on this, I mentioned in the previous video, I'm not a big fan of the accent color on the point where the legs meet the center bar. An all black would just blend into a lot more environments as a DJ, but I guess, a lot of bands don't really care that much about that. But one other thing that I do wish I would have seen is a round T-bar on top of here. I think a round T-bar is a lot more flexible. A lot of people are using these standard C or O clamps, and with the square T-bar you can't really use that on there. The T-bar does have 4 attachment points, which is great, but with the clamps you just have a lot more ability to adjust how narrow or spaced out they are, and I think it's just a more flexible option. The square T-bar probably bears load better. There's some reason that they used it. It's not the end of the world. You can absolutely use the wing nuts and the bolts provided to hook your lights on, and probably for a more permanent solution, if you keep your lights mounted at all times, that's great. but if you're someone who swaps their light show out or changes things up, a round T-bar with O-clamps would have been preferred for me. The square T-bar aside though, I still would say this is absolutely my favorite lighting stand on the market right now. This is a buy it for life kind of product. I could never see myself replacing these. These will stay in my personal lighting inventory forever. These are gonna go to all my gigs with me in the future that I need a lighting stand for, and I would highly, highly recommend them to other working DJs and musicians and anyone else that needs to get some lighting up above the heads of their crowd. If you want to check these out, I will of course include a link down below in the description. You can go read more about them there. It supports the channel, of course. I would love you for it. If you're not going to grab some, no worries. Subscribe, ring the notification bell. You don't want to miss any future videos I've got coming down the pipeline, and leave a comment, like the video. All of that helps the channel grow, helps the algorithm give me a little bit of love. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.